Welcome to Jamie's Vinyl Hideaway. Yes, I'm back, and it's Saturday night, and we're having a good time. And I went to the movies, a couple months ago. I've been to the movies several times, but I saw the Elvis movie a couple months ago, and that kind of reignited an interest in Elvis Presley. I mean,
Or a long dormant aversion to Elvis Presley.
Right, and
admit
that's
it.
un-American.
Admit it.
It's so I'm into rock and roll. I'm an American.
And the king of rock and
roll. And
roll.
there's Elvis Presley.
Well,
you gotta love him. It's like you might not like all the stuff, but I got a good respect for Elvis Presley, so I think I should at least show you what I have. Which isn't much. But, well, let's get right to it. The movie covered a lot about Colonel Parker and all of that, and Colonel Parker brought Elvis to RCA Records. And this is an EP. The cover looks exactly the same as his second album on RCA. And this is a little EP that they put out. It was a common thing back then to do little EPs, and this was on RCA.
it doesn't look any different from a 45. What's different?
Well, right. Well, it's got 2 songs on each side,
That's what makes it an EP.
Right, yes. Extended play. Sometimes there was a couple of these,
Oh.
Volume 1. Right, it says Volume 1. So there was another EP, and it was to cover all the songs on the album. Because albums weren't like the big thing back then.
So that must be valuable. That.
Yes. Yes, this is very valuable.
Would you sell that?
Well, yes.
How much?
Yes.
How much? How much do you want for that?
No, I have no idea. No, I have no idea. Let's move on. I'll talk about selling Elvis records in a minute. But I like the old Elvis stuff, like his early stuff. That's where I stand.
Rock and roll.
So when I went to Graceland, I bought this album. And, it's got, Jailhouse Rock, not the oldest of Elvis, but it's got Blue Suede Shoes, Tutti Frutti, Lordy, Miss Claudie, Money, Honey, Ready, Teddy, Rip It Up, good stuff, man.
You bought that in Memphis?
Yeah, Graceland. I had a little record store there.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I bought both of the ones. The next one I'm going to show you there, too. And this is like a 50th anniversary or 50th birthday edition. So I guess in 1985 they released this record. It's got the little barcode there. It's not old. But I don't think I bought it until the early 90s because that's when I went to Graceland. But
just makes you want
anyway, a good album, Elvis Rocker. Good album. Yeah, it's got Hound Dog on it too. So. Rest assured. But it doesn't have what's on this next album.
Okay.
Blue Elvis. Reconsider Baby. Oh, by the way, I sold more Elvis albums than I actually have. Got a lot of the old RCA records, and the vinyl was always trashed. And the covers were like really nice, And I eventually sold most of them that I had. So, and I do kind of regret,
You should.
that I sold some of these, It's like, what the hell's wrong with you? What the hell's...
Can I just say that cover is really cool.
Oh, wait till you see the record.
But
I've showed it to you before.
But it is also what we were talking about before about creepy album covers. It's a little creepy. He looks a little corpsey.
Oh, because he's looking off into the distance.
He looks like a cross between a corpse and a zombie,
stop.
which would be
no. Look,
Zomps or a.
That. All right. What is this? Let's change the subject.
Corby.
That was.
Well, it's art. I'm just commenting
well, it's a
on
photograph.
But the image looks like a ghosty,
what is
image.
Departed. Oh, this must be a Stump the Jamie.
Maybe.
Stump the Jamie. It's where you ask me a question and I try to answer it. And
right. I'm trying to stump
which works really great when it's a subject that I know something about.
And
like I said before, every good American should know a little bit about Elvis Presley, but, I don't think I'm gonna know these questions.
Well,
Unless they're like
I don't
obvious
think the one in
questions.
your hand is going to stump you.
Oh, really? We're starting off easy. Which Elvis hit was first recorded, but what?
You'll know
Ernest
this.
Tubb? No, why would I get that?
Because I thought you had extensive Ernest Tubb knowledge. So I just figured
no. Now,
you
if you said Blue Moon of Kentucky, I would have thought, Bill
I just-
Monroe and all, but I know he did that song.
But that's not
In
the
the
right
Opry,
answer.
I think he did that.
That's not the right answer.
Ernest Tubb. Like, what the heck did, yeah.
And it was a big hit.
No.
And I'll give you. Do you want a ginormous hint?
All right, ginormous hint,
Okay.
folks. You can really make me look dumb.
well,
Now,
yeah.
I'm not on my top game here.
No, this is like giving it away.
Oh, okay. Let's give it away.
It has to do with a holiday.
It's not Blue Christmas.
Yes. I
Really?
wish I had my little Sanctus bell.
I
Sanctus is like a church bell.
I have a Blue Christmas sheet music.
Okay, well.
And it's got some guy that I never heard of before. Like he sang it.
Okay, well, the answer
so-
to the question
so
is Blue Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Blue Christmas. Ernest Tubb. Did he write it or just perform it?
He wrote it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Go ahead.
Very cool.
Go
All
on.
right.
Continue.
They almost got something right. With a hint, I got it right. Have a blue. Speaking of blue, look at this.
Oh, isn't that pretty and special?
Let's take it out so you can
That is
really see it.
special.
Let's take that out. Look at that.
Aw.
Nice. It's also on that Elvis 50th anniversary.
Is that nice thick vinyl or is it?
It's pretty thick.
Oh, that's
well,
not so
it's
good.
80s. It's not like thick. It's not, yeah, it's. But this is still when they were like making records in the 80s, I guess. So the other one, that's a good question. How was the other one? How we got the
Well,
seems
the
a
reason
little
I
thinner,
asked
maybe.
about that one was because the colored vinyl usually is really thick.
Oh, yeah.
Any colored vinyl that I
Where'd my
have.
beer go? Oh, there.
So you're not used to it being over there.
Mm-hmm.
Change.
After we went through like 10 minutes, we discussed where to put the
Where
beer
to put the
before,
beer. You see, you people out there, you may think that
We
this is
just do
just a
this?
spontaneously entertaining program,
Right.
but it is actually very rehearsed.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you see what I'm doing
eat-
right now? Because I'm so used to streaming
Oh,
myself.
Here we go, my great I find.
So here I am.
Lovely assistant.
I am acting like I'm in front of the camera with my facial
She's looking at the camera
I'm-
like, hi.
I'm
No,
looking
it's
at the
facing
camera
me.
that's pointed at Jamie and like I'm a news bunny
Right.
or something.
All right,
He wanted this to be a very short program
right.
because he
It's
felt he
getting
didn't
long.
have much to say, but
Look, this looks like an album, right?
that's fancy. I like it.
This is
Looks royal.
This is not an album. This is from the United States Postal Service. Remember when they released the Elvis stamps? They released this thing. This is so cool. I bought this. I was, enough of a
Stamps.
fan to want to buy these stamps when they came out. There's a little block of 4 there. That's a good to
Wow.
have. Block of, and it came with this, really lovely commemorative book here.
That's awesome.
Oh, I probably. Yes. I probably should have looked at this before I actually started
Yeah, maybe.
what we're doing here.
Maybe.
Maybe, But anyhow, but I got a couple other records there to show you. I thought this was really, really cool, though. Yeah, I sell it to you for $5,000. Or
Well,
50.
I would buy that EP before I'd buy the thing.
Oh
with
no,
the
the EP is the best.
with the stamps.
That's the best.
So how much do you want for the E EP?
But that's the best. Just stop going back to the EP. I need to keep Elvis, not sell Elvis. Although I do have a couple Elvises to sell.
There you go.
So
There you
yeah.
go. Not wrong about
Stump the Jamie #2.
it. Am I?
What was the only country beside the U.S.
Finish.
that Elvis in You
Performed
realize what
in.
you wrote here?
Performed in.
Where's the performed? You missed that
Well,
word.
maybe I
That's
was.
how I write.
Maybe
by
I
the
was
way.
distracted.
Oh, I'm getting told
So
that
now,
again.
what's the question?
The only other country he performed in?
Besides the United States, I thought this was shocking.
Well, you know, when we watched that movie, that really kind of
Shocking.
blew me away. You know, when we, you know, that he didn't like travel the world.
But didn't everybody think that?
Right, you thought that, right? Because, you know, he's,
So
that's
what was the
people
only?
did.
What was the one country that he actually did?
Well, he went to Germany to you know.
that was
when
before. They don't count that because
What, he didn't.
he wasn't performing then.
He didn't perform even once, hanging out with the. You know,
Oh, you know what? He just didn't perform when he was there.
right, he was freaking.
Because
in the
that would've
army,
looked bad
you
for
know,
him.
Right.
Public image. Colonel Parker
Right. Yeah,
probably told him that.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that again.
So what
you know.
country do you think?
Oh, where else are you going to perform if it? Oh, well, no, he didn't perform in England then, did he? No. How do you like that?
I thought he did.
They must have felt ripped
I
off.
made it up in my head that he met the
Really?
Queen. That was just a fantasy. Elvis
Well,
and the Queen.
what about Canada? That's not far.
There would have been a movie about
Why
it.
not Canada? He performed in Canada.
Yes.
He performed in Oh, I got it right?
That's 2 out of
Process
3.
guess enough, you get it right. You know, we got to leave something for the audience.
Continue.
All right, so Elvis kept putting out records and movie soundtracks, and then he got back into putting out records. And I got this one. This is a cool little, nice cover though. It's got a picture of his family, and he
That is
zooms
nice.
in on them and whatnot. And
That
he
is
recorded
nice.
this in Nashville.
No
It's
kidding.
called Elvis Country. Well, he recorded
Hold it up. Hold
a
it
lot
up.
in Nashville.
I want them to
You
see
know,
that cute
I don't know
cover.
at what point he went from Los Angeles to Nashville or whatever, how they did it.
Well,
But
who knows?
yeah, the Swampers came up from Muscle Shoals
Wow.
and you know, became Nashville studio musicians, and they all play on this. You know, Norbert Putnam, David Briggs, Jerry Kerrigan. You know, the whole crew.
Norbert Putnam, the author?
No, the producer
Oh.
who wrote a book that we're not showing. Remember?
I get confused.
'Cause
Yeah.
I brought that out.
I keep forgetting they're the
many
same
times
person.
Before and,
Yes.
But yeah. So anyway, he plays bass on this record. But this is an odd record. There's like little interludes of something between every song.
Someone talking? Or
Yeah, I think it's Elvis. I forget. I played it once. It was
What?
distracting. It's like Elvis. You know, just talking, but it's like talking live, and then it goes to a studio track, and I don't know. It was just very odd. You know.
I'd like to listen to it.
Really? Well, I would play it. It's
Seriously.
funny that you asked that. I would play these records, but I'm afraid of the ghost of Colonel Tom Parker. You know,
Yeah, we
and
don't-
RCA records.
Yeah,
but,
we don't wanna
But
see that
mostly
again.
Colonel Tom Parker. I mean, come on. Right? So, yeah. We'll play this after we're done.
Oh, I
or
didn't
at
mean
a
now.
later
Trust
date.
me. I did not mean
Oh,
now.
you didn't mean that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I know that that's not something you
All
can
right.
really do.
But, hey, but speaking of, like, he didn't play in other countries because, you know, what was that again? He was afraid. Oh, I know what it was. Colonel Tom Parker didn't want to go to these other countries because he
Remember?
was an illegal alien of the
Right,
United
remember?
States.
They were going to
Yeah.
nab him. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and then he just blamed it on security or
That
something.
was like
Is
the-
there another question before
There
the
is.
last album?
This is the last one, so I think we should do it now.
All right, before the last album.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the answer might be,
Might be about the album, and I don't
Exactly.
get to say what I want to say.
yeah, I mean, you got to get one of these wrong. You're making me look
Oh, thank
stupid
you.
at this point.
All right. Elvis is distantly related to 2 U.S. presidents. What?
Fascinating, right?
Maybe I've heard that before, but I think I forgot. Name 2 U.S. presidents. 2 U.S. presidents.
Yes.
From what? Mississippi, you know?
No, from the United States.
Like, yeah,
2
but where would they be
presidents were-
from? If he's like, what?
I don't know why you think this is like
How long is Elvis
far-fetched.
Presley?
How could this be far-fetched? He's an American.
What?
2 American presidents.
James K. Polk from Tennessee.
No, first of all, you don't know, right?
I don't know.
So this is when you do what?
Oh, I asked the audience.
Oy vey.
If you know, because I don't know, my historians out there, the historians out there, do you know what 2 U.S. presidents Elvis Presley is related to?
Very good.
I really like to know more about that. You know.
I could give a hint.
No.
Because
no.
these people
We'll
are just
look it
going
up later.
No, these
We'll
people are
look it
going
up.
to
It's Lincoln.
These people are going to Google it. They're going to take the easy way out. They're not going to go.
Well, fine. It'll save me the
ask,
trouble of
Uncle
Googling
Charlie.
it. Then it'll
So
be
what-
fun. It'll
so
be
I'm
fun
sorry,
if you
what
don't.
was-
You just kind of
What was your
guess.
response? What was your response?
Oh, Lincoln?
He's one of them.
Aha! See? I did hear
Distant.
this before.
Distant, but
Right.
related.
Kentucky, you got your,
But then there's another one.
yeah, it's
Not
another
just-
one. It's not for Ulysses S. Grant,
No, it's not
You know,
like
it's
a.
not freaking
It's a more contemporary,
Milos Forman,
more different century.
or
Big hint there. I just said
a different century
difference.
than who?
poke.
Oh.
No.
Well, that doesn't help. Because it could be, well, that does help. It makes out 100
If
years.
you know your presidents, it should help.
Right, but
I thought you knew
got
your
then you got
president.
the only couple of them from the previous century.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it shouldn't be this hard.
So what are you trying to say? He's related to George Washington?
You went the wrong direction
Oh, okay.
into the past.
20th century.
There you go.
All right, I give up. If you know the answer, please make a comment.
I could put a hint.
No.
I can tell you what his occupation was before
he
he was
was a-
president.
He was a farmer.
He was a farmer.
Oh,
See? You got that right.
and it wasn't. Well, good. Yeah. So anyway,
Hard.
so while Elvis is not flying around the world, somebody came up with a great idea to do a satellite concert.
That was the best thing he ever did.
Really?
Ever.
Why? What do you mean?
I know it's when I became.
It was in
As-
1973.
I-
No, it's the satellite thing from
Oh.
Hawaii, not the thing. No, not that
I was
comeback
the
thing from 1968. Yeah, that
and
was
the-
very cool too.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, that was
He
even
was
better,
at
I'm
his
sure.
finest
Yes,
at that
yeah.
moment in every
Right,
way
yeah.
possible.
Yeah, I should get that record. That's what I
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be the only Elvis I would want to
Really?
have. But tell us about the satellite. I don't know about
Well,
this.
Well, yeah, you remember toward the end of the movie, they did the satellite. It looked just like this.
Oh yeah.
And they,
Oh yeah.
right, they, it was like new technology back then. And they satellited, the signal around the world.
Is that
And all these places that, Elvis never would go to or was going to go to, got to see Elvis perform in concert from Hawaii,
that was a very cool thing in the movie?
right? Oh, and this is a quadraphonic album.
Does that mean you have to have 4 speakers?
Well, if you want to listen to it in quadraphonic, yeah, pretty much.
Well,
And, nice little this little Elvis Hawaii, with the, the,
is that a photograph?
yes, with the Hawaiian women.
Okay.
And it's on a, Quadra disc, RCA. This is some
Quadra
thin stuff right here. Quadra disc, RCA.
Why do you say it
I'll
like
sell
that?
it to you for, well, whatever
Stop
you...
talking about
No,
selling.
maybe I'll keep this one, right?
Don't sell
I
your.
played it the other day. It wasn't bad.
All right, so why would
It
you
had good
sell
some stuff in it, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So that's it. What Elvis record should I get?
That's a really good question.
Right? I mean, if you know what I like. I like the rock
Yeah.
and roll. I'm not much for that, sappy, love song stuff,
What
But
I have a
or
question.
the TV, the movie soundtrack kind of stuff. What?
I'd like you to say a couple words, if you wouldn't mind, about Loretta Lynn and show us that record.
What? Oh.
But
Oh.
a tribute kind of thing.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I'm upset about it. I loved her.
Loretta Lynn passed on just last week, right?
Yes.
Anyway, turns out I have a Loretta Lynn record. Yeah, I think this Loretta Lynn sings. I guess this is her first record. Matter of fact, I know this is her first record.
Really?
On Decca.
Oh,
Nice
she
little
talked about
Decca
that.
rainbow label.
I just heard an amazing interview with her that was on NPR, and Terry Gross was interviewing
yeah?
her, but it was 2013, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was. And she might be the single most humble individual to have ever walked the face of the earth, let alone be a superstar.
I think I heard that too. Yeah, I heard
Just
that. Yeah,
kinda
that was
like-
really good.
Yeah,
My
I
radio
heard
was
it.
working that day, driving home from when I went to Nashville to work that day.
Okay.
The radio worked, just ironically.
Well,
and I listened to it on the way home.
Because we're near her.
Success, the minute you're gone, the other woman alone with you, why I'm walking, the girl that I am now. I don't know these songs. Act Naturally? Is that the Buck Owens Act Naturally? No, it can't be.
Yeah, I think it is.
Get Out. Written by Johnny Russell and Bonnie
Because
Morrison.
she wrote everything else.
World of Forgotten People. Color of the Blues. That sounds George Jones.
She was quite a significant
Anyway.
songwriter in every way. Oh,
Okay.
and my favorite part of the interview was when she talked about working with Jack White
Oh, really?
and how it happened.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I
You know,
don't-
because
I
it
didn't- I
seemed
don't
like
believe I
they were
heard
such
that.
an unlikely pair, but you know, he asked her to if he could produce her. It was his idea.
Yeah.
And she was just very like easy. Oh, I'm just
Yeah,
babbling.
okay, yeah. She probably went home and put on Google Jack White
Yeah.
and played what,
I
looked at
know.
someone. It's like, what the heck is he gonna have me doing? But that's not how Jack White is. You know, you do what you do. He does what he does. Yeah. So hey.
What will we be doing the next program?
Oh, I don't know. We've been talking Lou Reed. I haven't done like an artist spotlight in a while. You know, where I just do one artist.
That's a good idea.
You know, I like to do some themes.
That's
Talk about
interesting.
Lou Reed. Been talk about a lot of, but maybe I saw Vinyl Richie do a show on creepy records covers.
That could be the Halloween show,
Yeah,
couldn't it?
yeah. So I guess that's why he did it. You know, and he's another guy on YouTube. But creepy record album cover sounds like a great idea, Vinyl Richie. Thank you.
That's a fun
for,
one.
for the idea.
Of course.
So anyhow, so make some comments. Answer that question. Who was the presidents that Elvis Presley was related to? Who were the presidents? And what Elvis Presley records are the best? Let me know. And that's it.
Aloha.
Make some comments, subscribe, later man, move it.
Aloha.
Boom.